And finally today, speaking of victories, if you can kind of call it that, the Dallas Independent School District has announced that even though the Texas Supreme Court ruled over the weekend that they cannot overrun the governor's ban on mask mandates, they have announced that we're still going to require people to wear masks. We're leaving our mask mandate in place, Texas Supreme Court. What are you going to do about it? We're going to protect these kids. We are going to do everything possible to try to slow the spread, or heck, even prevent the spread of COVID in our school district. And so I applaud the Dallas Independent School District for doing this. And if you're not familiar with the Supreme Court case in the state of Texas, Texas Supreme Court, over the weekend, the Texas Supreme Court ruled that the areas of Texas that had basically ignored Republican Governor Greg Abbott's ban on mask mandates, Supreme Court said, hey, you can't do that. He has the authority under the Texas Emergency Act of 1975. He has the authority to do this because those are his emergency powers, and COVID's an emergency. And to me, it's okay if it's an emergency. Why aren't we doing everything possible to protect people? And I think, honestly, that if the lawyers had probably had better arguments and probably weren't going in front of one of the most right-wing courts in the country, this easily would have been a victory for the districts. But Texas Supreme Court clearly packed with Republicans. So yes, of course, they're going to roll with whatever Abbott wants them to say. But again, it should have been very easy in a fair district to be able to, as the plaintiffs, point out that the governor's decision was not based on any health data or scientific data. It was based on partisan politics and therefore should not be protected under that 1975 Texas Emergency Act. Any other district or state or court, you're going to win this. And we actually know that because they already won it in the lower court. But the Texas Supreme Court said, it's not going to fly. But at least the school district is saying, I'm going to stand up to this. These kids are going to school wearing masks. This is what it is. What are you going to do? You're going to punish us for it? Punish us. But we're going to protect these kids. And I applaud them for that. As I mentioned earlier in the program, an 8th grader in Mississippi died of COVID last week. 440 students and faculty members in Broward County, Florida, I believe it was Broward, on quarantine. 4 teachers in Broward County dead from COVID last week within 24 hours of one another. COVID outbreaks have shut down 5 school districts in the state of Georgia. In the last week, 5 districts shut down because of COVID outbreaks. And I have no doubt that the Dallas Independent School District is looking around them and saying, we have to do something. We can't allow ourselves to become what these other Republican-controlled states are becoming. And if we have to defy a court order to protect these kids, then by God, we're going to defy a court order to protect these kids. So kudos and bravo to the Dallas Independent School District for standing up for the safety of these children. Thank you very much for tuning in today. Thank you to David Pakman, this week and last week, allowing me the time to come on, serve as your fill-in host. Thank you to everyone at the staff of the David Pakman Show. Patrick, you've been wonderful to work with here. And if you want more from me, youtube.com/fairandbalanced, youtube.com/theringofire, Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram @fairandbalanced. Wonderful bonus show coming up today for members. I'm Farron Cousins, and thank you for watching The David Pakman Show.